Let's turn now overseas to Afghanistan, where today marks 1 year since the Taliban's takeover of Kabul. The country is in the midst of a humanitarian crisis as billions of dollars in Afghan assets remain frozen by the U.S. CBS's Imtiaz Tyab reports from Kabul.
For the Taliban, celebrations in the streets of Kabul, just yards from the now abandoned U.S. embassy. Supporters and fighters waved flags and chanted "God is great," even as the country slips deeper into poverty, hunger, and despair.
Make no mistake, this is a nation that remains internationally isolated, with not a single country recognizing the Taliban government.
1 year ago, the streets of Kabul were full of fear as the Taliban rolled in and the U.S.-backed government fled. Thousands of Afghans stormed the international airport in their own desperate attempt to flee the country, some even clinging to a moving U.S. military aircraft as it rose into the sky, falling to their deaths. It's an anguish Zakir Razai and his family live with to this day. His 17-year-old son Zabi was found among the dead, while his 19-year-old son Zaki hasn't been seen or heard from since.
The only memories I have are that my son's body was mangled and torn to pieces, he says. It's 1 year that I've been searching for my other son.
For women and girls, the past year has also seen many of their hard-earned rights taken away from them. In a rare protest this week, around 40 brave women took to the streets of Kabul to demand a better future, but were instead met with bullets as Taliban security forces fired live rounds into the air to disperse them. Akif Mahajer speaks for the newly reformed Ministry of Vice and Virtue, which is behind many of the decrees against women.
Can you at least see why people look at your government, look at your ministry with suspicion, particularly on this specific issue of women?
No, he says, we don't listen to the world as far as our Islamic law prescribes. We will not yield to the world's unwarranted pressures.
As the Taliban celebrates, over half of Afghanistan doesn't have enough food to eat tonight. And with aid only trickling in, life for many Afghans is only likely to get harder. Norah.
Imtiaz Tyab in Kabul, thank you.